let's go to USA while you are here, and we've got Connie and Andrew who are here. They're going to deliver some CLUs to us, basically conscious loving universe, which is what they actually promote. So let's welcome Connie and Andrew over there. They are in United States of America. It's early morning down there, and a global namaste to you and welcome. And what have you got lined up for us?
Well, firstly, a global namaste to everybody. Many blessings from Loveland, Colorado. That's the town we live in. It's called Loveland. And so that's appropriate for the Valentine moment here. Yes, and we're Global Namaste. We're thrilled to be here. We're so sorry for the technical difficulties, but we live on a ranch and the internet went out. And we jumped in our van, and here we are. Here we are. So, and today we are going to talk about love. Love with a capital L, love with a big L, and also love with a small lowercase l, which is the human love, and then love with a capital L, which is the love which is what the entire universe, from our perspective, the entire universe is composed of love, nothing but love. Yes, indeed. And what we understand is that love is unconditional. That's how we see, because all the things we see is not love. How can those things be love and the love of the universe? Well, the love of the universe is unconditional and it gives us everything we ask for. But what we don't understand is what our requests are to that loving universe. And we're bringing clues from the loving universe to you today. And the loving universe just wants us to know how incredibly loved we are. And it wants us to understand what our requests are to it. And it's actually physics. It's actually vibration. And it's our consciousness, what aspects of our consciousness that determine our frequency and our vibration. And that's, we can see that as a loving, that the universe is responding to us in a loving manner, or we can look at it as just simply frequency and vibration. And there's 7 aspects of our consciousness that determine our frequency and our vibration. And they are our request to the loving universe. And I'll say those 7 aspects of our consciousness in one sentence, and they all begin with the letter A. So just this is from the loving universe to us so we can understand what creates our reality, because we are so loved by this conscious loving universe. And here are the 7 A's in one sentence. And listen closely to the adjectives that accompany these A's. Okay, with expanded awareness and accurate assumptions, we choose our attitude, consciously direct our attention, align with our highest inner promptings, take committed action, which is the kicker, to act from that place, take committed action and allow the loving universe to manifest beyond our wildest dreams. There we are. Yeah, so that's the message from the conscious loving universe that we'd love for you to carry with you and know how loved you are, how loved we all are by this conscious loving universe.
Amazing.
And Connie used the acronym, or she used the word clue. She said, we're going to give you some clues. And think of the acronym CLU. What does that stand for? Connie, what does that stand for?
The conscious loving universe.
The conscious loving universe. So here are just a few, should we say, clues, breadcrumbs, seeds, hints at the actual situation we are in as conscious electromagnetic beings in a conscious electromagnetic universe. It's an extraordinary miracle that Connie and I are sitting here in our beautiful Mercedes Sprinter van, which is our production vehicle as filmmakers. And what is coming to mind for me, because we have a lot we have a whole body of work and a whole spectrum, is an online course that we have called The Dance of Souls. As it is Valentine's, it seems appropriate to talk about relationships. We are souls who come to this planet to have a human experience, spiritual beings, as Desjardins called us. And when I meet my beloved and I fall madly in love with her, and somehow that seems to be predestined, perhaps, um, definite intervention from the divine, and we're eternally grateful for that. And then those relationships are actually the beginning of work that we are here to do. The most important work we are here to do is to learn to become pure love without any judgment or without any fear or doubt or lack of trust. And we wrote a book, as I think you know, called The Trust Frequency. The relationships we have, I am the mirror for Connie. Connie is the mirror for me, and this just these two people here, and we're all mirrors for each other. Every relationship we have is like looking into a mirror and seeing things we really do not wish to see. I'd much rather not see my foolishness or my, I don't know, lack of integrity or any of those things that I've been very successful at hiding all my life. I put on this mask and I look marvelous, and everybody thinks I'm wise and gentle and peaceful. And deep inside, I have stuff that goes all the way back to my childhood as a little boy growing up in South Africa. What if my daddy spoke to me roughly one morning when I was 4 or 5 years old? And I've never forgotten that. I don't remember the incident itself, but the feelings that have been stuffed down deep into my consciousness are still active here at the age of 82, for heaven's sake. And there's still work to be done. So, friends, it goes on forever. It's both delightful and, despair inducing from time to time. And we make it through knowing that there is only love with a capital L in this entire universe. It is what the universe is made of, it is what we are made of. It is what holds us together, that keeps on this scale of humanity, this marriage that you're seeing our little images here on the screen. That is the same glue that holds the entire universe, the entire galaxy together, the entire metaverse of countless galaxies. So that's enough for me. Connie, anything else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, that was a beautiful sharing. And yeah, we gave permission to this loving universe when we incarnated to go on this journey to self love. So all our relationships show us our light and our shadow, those parts we don't love yet. So that's our gift and our messages from the conscious loving universe. And we love you all.
And we have a love song for you that, Neil, if you are able to play that song that I wrote and recorded. I'm not the singer or a group of singers, but I wrote it and produced it and created it. And would love that if that's an option.
Yeah, we can play it a bit later. If you
Okay,
can throw the
wonderful.
link, if
It's
you can
called
throw the
Eight.
if you
Yeah.
can throw the hyperlink for it, and we can play it later. There is no copyright on it. It's not recorded. It's not copyrighted, is it?
It is but it's not formally copyrighted, right? It's my personal original song.
If it's your personal and we have got your authority, we can. If it's copyright, we cannot play because it's YouTube and we are on so many platforms. So we got to be careful.
No,
Now, the beautiful part is capital L. So isn't it wonderful? And here is two people together for yonks, been together. So Julie, they were listening to you and Ian for 19 years. Well, I think they slightly beat you in the game because they've been there a bit more longer than that. And
23.
and Connie is also a filmmaker, photographer, and a futurist, as is Andrew. Andrew loves environment and future as well. So they might be coming to United Kingdom maybe as well. You can look them up in the on the internet. Okay, and they do appear at Healing Our Earth, so we can bring them back again. We love you guys for making an effort, leaving your home early in the morning to come back and share the knowledge with us.
The sun is just rising, and we're coming to the UK in July and August, it looks like. So we look forward to meeting you in person, beloved friends.
Brilliant. And then UK people can maybe meet you over here. If you are in London, maybe we might be hosting a terrace party there in tail end of June or early July because Dr. Batra will be coming. So we could invite you there as well. Stay around, Connie and Drew. You'll still meet few people over here because we go to every continent. We started with Croatia, we came to UK, we went to Italy, we went to France, we came back to London. Shortly, we'll also go to Israel. We got our resident singer Mina, who is going to sing a love song for you. Then we are going to go to Neetal and Deepa. Your your on this Mahashivratri, your verse was so nice. So you and Neetal has to compete with each other. Prior to that, let's bring our resident singer Mina. Mina, sing a lovely song for all the people who are over here before we move on to Neetal and Deepa.
Yes, definitely. Global namaste, everyone, and a very happy Valentine's Day to you, everyone. So, I'm going to sing a beautiful song from the movie Khamoshi. बाहों के दरमियाँ दो प्यार मिल रहे हैं बाहों के दरमियाँ दो प्यार मिल रहे हैं जाने क्या बोले मन बोले सुन के बदन धड़कन बनी जुबां बाहों के दरमियाँ खुलते बंद होते लबों की अनकही मुझसे कह रही हैं कि बढ़ने दे बेखुदी मिले यूं कि दौड़ जाए नस नस में बिजलियाँ बाहों के दरमियाँ दो प्यार मिल रहे हैं जाने क्या बोले मन बोले सुन के बदन धड़कन बनी जुबां. So this was for all of you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Nina, so
Yes,
Connie and Andrew, this song was for you.
yeah.
Your closeness is what Mina defined, that the two hearts, the both of you as you are, your closeness were emanating love. You know, the song was actually saying that. Mina is our resident singer. Mina meets Zafir in France, so at some point connect together. He's a musician.
Yes. Wow.
He's a prolific tabla player. He's from a Gharana. He's from a
Wow.
Gharana and a seasoned player and a classical singer as well. At
Wow.
some point, either if you are going to France, you can do a concert together. If he's coming over here, so Zafir, you can ask Amrita or Alexandra. They will connect you together. Stay
Yeah,
around.
definitely.
Of course, with pleasure.
Would love to. Yes.
I would like, I would
And
love to.
stay around Zafir. We're gonna go to Neetal here, who is our young dynamic. She's a journalist and a presenter, but she also loves teasing people on social media with her new series that she has brought out. Neetal, what message have you got lined up for us on this lovely harmony loving day?
Oh my goodness. Well, first, like I said, first and foremost, an absolutely beautiful session. It really is full of love. Love is truly in the air. I have a short message. I mean, I have been the eternal single gal for many, many years. And I always think when it comes to Valentine's Day, I've always been slightly like, oh my God, it's just for lovers. But no, this has changed. I've changed my whole perspective because I've decided every Valentine's Day, I'm going to look at my love bucket and I'm going to thank God for how much love I've actually got. And in my love bucket, my goodness, it's full. I've got loving parents, loving friends, nieces, nephews, a community. I've got a job that I love. I've got an amazing guru. And most importantly, I've got so much love for myself. That relationship has grown. And to me, if there's anything of definition of love, it starts from within, it starts from my heart. And if I can give that to myself, I'm able to radiate it to others. So this year, and I'm really proud of myself for doing this because I've never done this before, I wish myself a happy Valentine's Day. And that was the beginning of this new bucket of love and my new journey with love. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone, and lots of love.
And Nita, you are also a good singer, so stay around
Yeah.
because we want to hear your beautiful velvet noise as well. And just for people, Nita got the highest vote at Healing Our Earth for a flyer that she depicted for us for the Kumbh Mela. I'll try to show you in a moment. And just out of the blue, she had no idea that I was going to pick it, but the natural way that she actually depicted it was so beautiful. And coming about this love season and everything, let's go to Israel, where our somatic movement expert who comes here regularly, she has got a nice, loving poem for us as well. And then we'll go and chit chat. So, Heather, let's have your poem, and then we'll go back to sing song again and bring the touch of Bollywood in a Western style as well. A global namaste to you and shalom there in Israel.
Global namaste, shalom. Happy to be here. Nital, you inspired me to pull out an old journal of mine.
Yeah. Oh,
This is a journal. I don't know if you can see what's written here. No, you can't because it's blurred. I started writing in this journal back in 2005, and I entitled it, it was dedicated to manifesting my beloved. Thoughts, ruminations, and reflections on love from my heart and inspired by the Great Spirit. And it took me to complete this journal, and then I've continued on to another one. It was almost 15 years. Yeah, it was like 15 years that I wrote in this journal, manifesting my beloved. So your wishes for yourself to be your own Valentine kind of offered inspiration to revisit this and pull it out. So thank you for that. And I happened to turn to one entry that feels beautiful and poignant to share, especially on the heels of Andrew and Connie's share. It's a brief entry. I'll just quickly read it, or a portion of it. I had been at a Minnesota orchestra event, and Dominic Argento was the composer laureate at the time, and he shared sweet words of Elizabeth Barrett Browning and her husband Robert Browning, and the similarities of their relationship with that which he has with his wife Carolyn. And the quote went as such: "They were the best champions of each other. He thought her poetry better than his, and she felt just the opposite. Something of that was in my own relationship with Carolyn. I was Carolyn's accompanist for a long time. She was my prize performer, and what interested me in writing this work was the relationship between them." And that felt really beautiful and resonant on the heels of what Connie and Andrew shared. That there's such a, this is my first introduction to Connie and Andrew, but there's such a beautiful championing of one another that comes through your presence. So thank you for that inspiration to revisit this and share from the journal. And speaking to one thing that Andrew shared as well, Andrew, you said that love, something to the effect of that love is forever. So you said something along those general lines, and it reminded me of something my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, said recently. I was at a restaurant with her. It was just she and I. We were having lunch together, and she looks at me and she says, "Ima, what's something that never ends?" Ima is how you say mother in Hebrew. And I looked at her and I thought for a moment, and my initial reply was the sky, but then I thought, no, love. Love never ends. And she looked at me and she said, "I want to be something that never ends." And I thought that was so beautiful. That's a beautiful meditation on love and this ongoing sort of continuum, this wave that we're all riding of an expression of love, the universal expression of love. All of those shares inspired by Nital and Connie and Andrew. So thank you for that. That was not originally planned. I planned on reading a poem by Rumi, which feels appropriate. Rumi was a 13th century Sufi poet, scholar, so many things, but primarily known for his poetry. And he almost exclusively wrote in Persian. So given the tumultuous times and the upheaval of so much energetic Oh, just the energetics of everything that's happening in Iran right now. It felt timely to share the words of Rumi and his beautiful, almost heartbreaking wisdom. This poem is called Where You Love From. First of all, but before I drop into the poem, I invite you to, if you're inspired, to close your eyes so that you can be in a real state of reception of this poem, and take a moment to just descend down the back of your spine and into your sacrum. Seek some sanctuary for a moment, for the moments that I'll read this poem. Seek sanctuary in your sacrum and the lake that is your sacrum that generates 1/2 liter of cerebrospinal fluid every day. It's a regenerative force. So allow yourself to drop in to the base of your sacrum. And just from that place, invite all your senses to really receive this poem. Where you love from. Look inside and find where a person loves from. That's the reality, not what they say. Hippocrates, give attention to form, the right and wrong ways of professing belief. Grow instead in universal light. When that revealed itself, God gave 1,000 different names, the least of those sweet breathing names being the one who is not in need of anyone. You've so distracted me. Your absence fans my love. Don't ask how. Then you come near. Do not, I say, and do not, you answer. Don't ask why. This delights me. In your light, I learn how to love. In your beauty, how to make poems. You dance inside my chest, where no one sees you. But sometimes I do, and that sight becomes this art. Drum sound rises on the air. Its throb, my heart. A voice inside the beat says, I know you're tired, but come. This is the way. Are you jealous of the ocean's generosity? Why would you refuse to give this love to anyone? Fish don't hold the sacred liquid in cups. They swim the huge fluid freedom.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
In a simplistic way, it speaks so much over there, Heather, straight from your heart, and it's so wonderful. Heather, stay around because we are now in a sing-song mode. We've got our resident singers here, Dharti, we got Meena here, Deepa is going to revive one verse. Neetal, let's have a line or two from you. And then we're going to bring Dirty and thing. And Connie and Andrew, you have inspired everybody. Look, your CLUs are working. May you both flourish. And we want to see you for a century or so again. Bring your wisdom and your tips and knowledge. And your song will play later because we got so many people to go through. So whoever it is, stay around. We are going to go in a sing-song mode. And Nital, over to you.
Okay, well, I have got sore throat, so just excuse me, but this is a song, and since we're talking about manifesting love, this is a song I'm singing. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm sure you all know it. अगर तुम मिल जाओ जमाना छोड़ देंगे हम अगर तुम मिल जाओ जमाना छोड़ देंगे हम तुम्हें पाकर जमाने भर से रिश्ता तोड़ देंगे हम अगर तुम मिल जाओ जमाना छोड़ देंगे हम Thank you.
And just, Nita, let's share. This was the flyer that everybody loved. They felt that you actually went for a photo shoot for them
Oh,
that we picked up. You were chuffed it so much. You yourself were so chuffed about it.
I
So
was. I
it
could believe it.
was
I was like, is this me?